3 a.m. You're lying in bed, phone light blinding you, and suddenly your feed just gets weirdly sad. You didn't search for how to be lonely. You didn't like a video of a crying cat, but every third post is a pove about being misunderstood or a song that makes you want to stare at the ceiling for 4 hours. Your first thought is always the same. My mic is on. It's listening to me. I'm being stalked. No, it's actually so much deeper and honestly a little more disrespectful than that. Researchers studying something called digital phenotyping aren't looking at your mic. They're looking at the tiny patterns you leave behind every time you use your phone. I know, it sounds like a scientific name for a Pokemon, but hear me out. A phenotype is just a fancy word for your physical traits, like your height or your eye color. Your digital phenotype is the unique way you physically interact with your phone, the way you tap, the way you scroll, the way you hesitate, even the way you move through your house. And scientists found that this digital signature can change up to 2 weeks before you even admit to yourself that something is wrong. 2 weeks before your mom noticed, before your best friend noticed. Your phone noticed the pattern before you noticed the feeling. The first thing, the speed of the thumb. Think about the way you scroll when you're actually happy. You're a main character. You're scrolling fast, tapping hearts, sending memes to the group chat. You have high energy thumb kinematics. But when your mood starts to dip, even if you're trying to hide it, your thumb tells the truth. Your scroll speed slows down. You start dwelling on posts. Instead of flicking through, you let the video play out while you stare blankly. Your phone is sitting there like, oh, he's scrolling 20% slower today, and he's been staring at this picture of a rainy window for 6 minutes. He's going through it. This is called passive sensing. You aren't telling the app you're sad, it's starting to recognize the pattern. And here's the kicker. The algorithm doesn't want to fix you, it just wants you to stay. It sees your sad thumb pattern, recognizes that you're unusually receptive to this kind of content, and says, okay, drop the high energy dance videos. Switch to the existential crisis feed. He'll stay here for hours now. You thought you were browsing. You were actually being held hostage by your own micro behaviors. The second thing, the shrinking box. But it gets deeper. Your phone isn't just watching your thumb, it's watching your world shrink. Researchers at Dartmouth ran a study called StudentLife. They tracked the GPS movements of students and compared them to their mental health over time. The results were brutal. When you're doing well, your GPS map looks like a chaotic spiderweb. Class, then the gym, then a random coffee shop at 11 p.m. for absolutely no reason. Scientists call this mobility diversity. It basically means you're exploring, you're alive. But when a depressive arc starts, the spiderweb disappears. Your world becomes a tiny, repetitive box. Home, grocery store, back home. Your phone notices that you haven't left a 500-meter radius in 3 days. It doesn't need to read your mind to know you're stuck in a hole. It just needs to read your coordinates. The third thing, the backspace ghost. Now, let's talk about the ghost in your keyboard. You know that paragraph you wrote to your ex at midnight? The one where you were being 100% honest, but then you realized it was a mistake and deleted the whole thing? You think that moment was private. It wasn't. See, many keyboards can track something called linguistic metadata. Think of this as the digital fingerprints of your writing process. It's not just about the words you send, it's also about the rhythm around the words you delete. This is where it gets interesting. Researchers have found that a major signal linked with high anxiety is something called erratic typing. This is when you type a few words, pause for a long time, delete half of it, type more, pause again, delete again. It's that broken rhythm of someone who is overthinking every single letter. The machine isn't just reading your messages, it's reading your hesitation. It knows something may be off because your typing cadence is literally fractured. It's like a heart rate monitor for your social life. The fourth thing, the digital shadow. Here's the part no one tells you about. You have a digital footprint. That's the stuff you choose to post, the curated version, the perfect life. But you also have a digital shadow. That's the data you leak without even touching a button. Your phone is packed with tiny sensors. One is the accelerometer. You know how your screen flips from portrait to landscape when you tilt it? Or how your phone counts your steps? That's the accelerometer. It's like a tiny balance sensor inside the hardware. But while it's rotating your videos, it's also creating signals about movement, whether your phone has been lying flat for hours, whether you're moving with energy, or whether everything has gone weirdly still. Then there's the light sensor. You know how your screen dims automatically when you're in a dark room? That same sensor can also reveal when you're checking your notifications in pitch black darkness at 4 a.m. That becomes another signal the system can learn from over time. You aren't just a user anymore, you are a sensor array. The phone isn't judging you, it's just collecting the digital shadow you leave behind while you're too tired to care. The fifth thing, the indifference trap. Now, here is the most chilling part of the whole thing. This machine that knows your every move, that knows your sad thumb, your shrinking GPS box, and your erratic typing, it doesn't care about you. Not maliciously, just statistically. To the algorithm, your depressive episode can become just another pattern, filed in the same universe as pizza recipes, sneaker drops, gym edits, and skincare hauls. It sees you're unusually receptive to certain kinds of content, and it optimizes for whatever keeps you watching. It builds an echo chamber of vibes. If you're sad, it shows you sad content. If you stay, it learns. If you keep watching, it doubles down. It builds a comfortable little house inside the hole you're already in and hands you a blanket. It's not helping, it's just making the hole feel like a home so you never leave. So, how do we beat a machine that has learned our patterns better than we have? We stop being a passive dataset. We start being ungovernable. Here are 3 practical things you can do right now to take back admin access to your brain. Step 1. Go to Settings and turn off Raise to Wake. Stop your phone from waking up just because you moved it a millimeter. You choose when to look at the screen. Don't let the sensors check you first. Step 2. Turn your phone to grayscale. Strip the dopamine colors out of every app so they stop looking like digital candy. When the feed is black and white, your sad thumb has less to stay for. You're welcome. Step 3. Use the algorithm as a mood thermometer. The second your feed starts looking dark, the second you see 3 sad videos in a row, close the app immediately. Don't scroll. Say to yourself, the machine thinks I'm in the mood for this. I'm going to prove it wrong. Go for a walk, call someone. Break the GPS box before it becomes your permanent address. Read the notes, notice the patterns, be the main character. When you understand digital phenotyping, your phone stops feeling like a stranger living in your pocket and starts becoming a tool you actually control. I've linked the research papers in the description so you can fact check the machine yourself. Don't let your device be the director of your life. That's your job. And the scariest part is, once you notice the pattern, you can't really unsee it, which is rude, but also kind of useful. Same time next week.